Welcome back. Previously, we have discussed about the importance of timing in determining the value of money or value of your cash flow. And we have also discussed about the compensation needed if you want to agree delaying a certain payment, which is interest. So more specifically, we have actually discussed only about the simple interest, but there is another type of interest which is called compound interest. Let's start. The compound interest is different from simple interest. But before going to the differences, let us see how these two are similar. Like the simple interest, compound interest is the compensation for delaying cash flow. So this is also the compensation rate. That means instead of getting the cash today, if you are asked to get it after 1 year, how much extra you want? Okay, so that is the interest. And the compound interest is also the same thing. And the compound interest is also expressed as a certain percentage per year. Now, what are the differences? The compound interest, unlike the simple interest, is paid both on the principal amount, that means the present value, and on the interest you have already earned in the past. I think we need a little bit elaboration on this point. Okay, so what about the simple interest then? Was it not on the past interest? Yes, you are right. In case of simple interest, you get interest. Okay, in case of simple interest is given, okay, or received, whatever you say, only on the principal amount, or we can say present value, okay, but not on the interest. What about the compound interest rate? Compound interest? Okay, compound interest is earned on principal, just like the simple interest, but additionally you also get any interest you have earned in the interim period, okay, in the past period. So compound interest is earned both on the principal and the interest already earned in the past. To clarify this, we are going to see an example, that means a comparison of the total amount of interest that we receive after certain period of time. Okay, so let us create a table. We'll be showing what is the total amount of interest. Okay, so we will have two columns. One is for simple and another one is for compound. Another one is for simple. In our example, the present value or the principal amount is $100. Okay, so interest rate is 10%. Now we'll need another column to show year. Okay, we'll show the total amount of interest in year 1 and also in year 2. Okay, for simple interest, after 1 year, I'm not going into the detail of the calculation. It is very simple. Okay, so 10% on 100, that means $10 after 1 year. Now after 2 years, how much do you get? PV times 1 plus IN. In 1 year, you get $10 on 100. So in 2 years, you get $20, okay, on 100 amount. Under the compound interest, in 1 year you also get $10, because you know that the definition of compound interest is you will get the interest on principal as well as interest. But in 1 year period you have not earned any interest so far. Okay, therefore there is no interest on interest. You will get only interest on principal, which is same like the simple. Therefore, in 1 year time there is no difference between the amount of total interest in year 1 under the simple rate and compound rate. Okay, now let us see what is the total interest for 2-year period. For 2-year period, you also get interest on the principal, which is 20, just like the simple interest, but you get something more. Interest on previously earned interest. So you know that in year 1 you have already earned $10. So you will get interest on this $10. So 10% of this $10. This $10. Okay, so ultimately it is equals to $20 plus 10% of $10 is $1. Okay, therefore it will be $21. Okay, so from this example you can see that actually compound interest will give you a little bit more amount in 2 year. But if you think about more time, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, perhaps you will be able to recognize that compound interest will give you a bit more as the accumulated interest. So this is another difference. Therefore we can say that compound interest results the accumulated interest to increase at an increasing rate. Okay, so if we want to show it graphically, for example, if this horizontal axis is showing the year, okay, year, and the vertical axis is showing the accumulated interest. Okay, I'm just writing INT for accumulated interest. Then the total accumulated interest will be increasing at increasing rate. In case of simple interest, it will be increasing at a constant rate. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, which interest do you prefer? If I say that the rate of interest is not going to change, it will be 10% no matter whether simple or compound, then which one are you going to prefer? Oh, is it like me, compound? Surely, because under compound interest you will be getting more. Okay, so there is a good news for you. In the real world, we always use the compound rate. An important note for you that from now on, whenever we mention about any interest rate or discount rate, okay, and if it is not mentioned that is a simple rate, then you have to assume that the rate is a compound rate. Okay, so I hope that you could understand the difference between the simple interest rate and compound interest rate, okay, and how the compound interest rate will give us some more money in the form of accumulated interest. Thank you very much for attending, and looking forward to see you again in the next session.